We'll go in here. It's expensive. 1 hour parking. This is the street Hacienda. Royal Grande Police Department. Hello.
What can I do for you?
I need to get a complaint form.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I was stopped by an officer last night.
You were stopped by an officer last night?
Stopped.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he followed me and then he parked in front of me. I want to know who he is and why he did that.
Okay, I'm happy to look into that for you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Do you want to wait outside or you want to wait in here?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, all right.
I have a video of it.
Oh, yeah, okay,
So-
not a problem.
But
give me
if I can
a
just get the form.
Sure,
So
it's available online, but I can get it for you if you want. You want to hang out?
I can't get online.
Okay, not a problem. Let me
Thank
get
you.
it for you, okay?
Thank you very much. Oh, can I get your name and badge number?
I'm sorry?
Culver?
Yeah.
And your badge number?
Sergeant Culver. Badge is number 24, but my
24.
body number is P0152. Okay?
Thank you
I'll
very
be right back
much.
to you, okay?
Thank
What
you.
was your name, miss?
Katie.
Katie?
Katie Kidman.
Okay, one moment. Let me bring the form and I'll get some more information.
Okay, thank you. Well, makes me nervous. I'm shaking. Anyways, I'm not going to. I'm going to calm down because see that pretty tree? That guy's really nice though. So far. So far, so good. There's another guy in there. I don't want to ask him anything. It's enough just to ask one of them. Oh, check this out. Royal Grande Police Station. It's dedicated to Jim Hill. It's cool. Nice. The strength of a democracy and the quality of life enjoyed by its citizens are determined in large measure by the ability of the police to discharge their duties. Herman Goldstein. The Royal Grande Police Department, dedicated June 2015. Jim Hill is the mayor. It's really bright out here, so I'm not sure if I'm even got that on there, but that's kind of cool, that saying they have down there on the bottom. I'm waiting here. If it takes too long, I'll do a part 2, but kind of hot. My bald head is getting burnt on top. They're usually pretty nice, these guys, but there are 2 little, radical ones in the bunch as usual. And this other one, a couple of months ago, I wasn't doing this until Joaquin Phoenix and all these guys. I don't even know if I say their name right, but they're so cool, and they give me the courage, and my peeps like Pam and Maddock and my friends, They do, but it's easier said than done. Those guys, Joaquin, those guys going out there, that's, they make it look easy, but trust me, when you're around these guys, they're master manipulators. Can't trust any of them, no matter how nice they are. Don't tell them anything. Remember, I don't answer questions and shut the fuck up, like the Pot Brothers lawyers say. Excuse my French, but hey, because they turn on you in about a heartbeat. He said he was going to tell me something about the form, whatever. It's a cute little car parking lot. But yeah, I hear him talking. It's kind of nerve-wracking, like filming him. If he wants the video, I'm going to tell him I'll email it to him because I don't want to stop my phone. Videotape. So, you know, just keep it on there, and I wonder what these flags up here represent. That one there, that white one. Anybody know what that is? I know that one because I'm a California grown woman. That white one up there, I don't know what it is. Oh, that's Arroyo Grande. That's what it is.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. He'll be right out with your paper.
Thank you very much. Have a safe day.
You likewise.
Thank you.
Your weekend off, huh? Oh, I work weekends, so yeah, it's not paid for me.
Would you mind staying away from the back of my van? That's pretty sketchy. Why are you standing behind my van? Back there. You! Why were you standing behind my van? They act stupid, but they know exactly what they're doing. I don't know why this guy was standing behind my van where I couldn't see him. Why behind my van where you're not visible to me?
I don't know. That's just where it stopped.
No, it doesn't. I don't trust that guy. Should never stand behind somebody's van. This dude thinks he's slick. I'm gonna grouchy grandma. I know exactly. Goes over there and stands behind my van. You saw it. Just because we were talking? No. Not just because you were talking. Just because you don't talk while you're standing behind my van. But like I was saying, you don't have to show your ID if they don't have a reason to ask you for it. And don't answer questions. Ask them what the crime is. Never let them search your car. That's the worst thing you could do. Because they will. Tried to pull that on me in Florida a few times. I said, no. Well, what are you hiding? Everything from you. Jackass, you know, I mean, I don't know why these guys are taking so long. But here I am standing out here. He said I can come in, but no thank you. Have to keep an eye on my vehicle, obviously. The officers come out here and stand behind it, where I can't see them. Look all the way over here. They walk over here. Oh, here he comes.
What happened to my doorstop? Okay.
Good thing you made one. I was going to say, good thing you have one. Okay, so what do we do here?
Did you want to
Yeah.
do you want to step inside and I get some information from you, or did you just want the form and so you can fill it out and bring it back?
Yeah, I just want to fill it out.
Okay. So this is the Oregon Police Department citizen complaint form. You just fill out your information there. There's an area to write what happened.
Okay.
Okay. There's
Yeah.
a backside to it in Spanish if need be.
Okay.
But there's that.
I don't know if you know who he was or not, but
I don't know anything about.
I'm just doing this for transparency because I feel like I've been targeted.
So why do you feel like?
And it makes me really nervous. You know,
Can I ask you why you feel like you were targeted?
because of things like what happened last night when I came over here. I just pulled in, and I had to pull over to the neighborhood over here to look at my phone because I can't drive and do that at the same time.
I understand.
And I pulled in there, and he followed me. I saw him. And then there were a bunch of drunk people out there, things going on he could have been watching, you know.
Can you explain why you felt he followed you?
I saw him. Because he came around, he turned on the block that I was on, and I'm like, oh, there he is, that's weird.
Okay.
And then he made a U-turn and went by me again,
Okay.
and then parked right in front of me and turned off all his lights and sat there. And I said, well, I'm not going to sit here.
He parked in front of you?
Yes, sir.
And
with
so
all
when
his
he
lights
parked,
off.
So when he parked in front of you, where was he? What street, or was he?
It was on the street, like, you know, where the village is, Arroyo Grande. It was the street right behind it. And he turned off his lights and everything. I was like...
Was there a major street in front of him where he parked?
No, it was a residential house.
It was a residential street?
Yes.
Okay.
Public, but residential.
Okay.
And I
Does
said,
this officer know you? Would there be a reason why he would do this?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't believe so. I had one officer that got really aggressive with me. I'd be really surprised, or not surprised if it was him, but he got really aggressive with me one time a few months back. I haven't been here in a while because I've been up north, but yeah, he jerked my door open. He was very inappropriate, and I never reported it or said anything because I was like, well, I'm sure they're aware of this guy's anger problem, and I don't like coming down here because it just, you know, it's not fun. But I thought, well, this guy parking like that, not, you know, telling me why or what he's doing here when I just got here, and so I'm going to move, and I videotaped his car.
So when you moved, did he move?
No, he just sat there.
Okay. So you saw the officer, and then he made a U-turn and pulled past you and parked in front of you.
Yes, sir. Yes. Which I thought.
But he never made any contact with you?
No. None whatsoever.
Okay.
But he was, you know, like looking at me and watching me, wanting to, but there's really no reason. You know, he could find probably. I have tags and everything.
Okay, so
he was probably. I don't know what he was doing.
The officer
exactly.
was out on patrol and he was doing his job, and he determined that you had violated any law, you hadn't broken any laws, you had no vehicle violations. So he didn't stop you. He didn't talk to you.
No,
you were
just
never
parked there.
contacted by law enforcement.
No, and then I
And
thought,
then you
well,
went
maybe
on about
he's
your way, and he didn't follow you.
no. And I was
Okay.
thinking, well, maybe he's just, you know. That's good that he's watching the neighborhood.
Yeah,
that, you know,
yeah,
he's
definitely.
parked there in the dark.
Sounds like that's what he was
That's
doing.
what I would do if I was a.
That
you
sounds
know?
like what he was doing.
But then when I went around the block and I started seeing the activity in the area and no law enforcement, I was like, why is he sitting
What
over there?
activity were you seeing?
I mean, like people out in the street, like dropping down on the street, you know, arguing.
Where was this at?
Out in front of Bill's place.
Okay.
Arguing and
We
yelling.
have more than one officer that was working.
Oh, okay. So I was like,
there's potential that those other officers were dealing with that. I know the officers there was an individual that was arrested for a DUI last night. The officers dealt with that. They dealt with 2 different domestic violence calls last night. So they were dealing with all those calls as well.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I don't know why he would sit here. I'm harmless. It's a waste of his time.
Well, it probably wasn't. I mean, to be honest with you, I understand your point of view, and I'm not diminishing that, but there's potential that he wasn't even paying any attention to you. It just, you know, coincidence you were in the area, and that's where he stopped to watch the neighborhood to do his job. So, again, I do apologize if you felt like you were being, you know, singled out in some way, but it doesn't sound like the officer, based on your description, was looking at you or your vehicle. And maybe he did see your vehicle and you on your phone. And sometimes, I don't know what time of day this was.
It was at night. It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's definitely, you know, we do see that is a kind of a indication to an officer when they're out patrolling. If they see a vehicle and that vehicle pulls over and stops and gets on the phone, you know, that sometimes that can be a clue that, you know, that person may be intoxicated and is trying, you know, to get a ride, or they're lost.
Oh, okay.
You know, so those are kind of clues, and maybe he's watching to see, you know, then, you know, what kind of driving pattern is there. You obviously didn't display any kind of a driving pattern, so he didn't stop you.
Yeah.
He went on about his night, doing his job, and, you know, trying to prevent the crime that he could find.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I just thought it was...
And maybe that explains it a little bit better, you know, that it wasn't something that was being targeted towards you. At least it doesn't sound like in any way that was happening. You said you had video of this?
Yeah.
Would you mind showing it?
I could email it to you if you want.
Okay, I'll give you my business card.
Okay.
You can email that video to me. That'd be great. I'd be happy to take a look at it.
Yeah, it's
if you
not
still
really...
feel like you...
it's not really long. I felt weird. I was like...
Yeah, no, I understand. And sometimes, you know, I mean, unfortunately, the public, you know, maybe doesn't understand, or, you know, obviously you don't know what the dispatchers are telling the officers, what we're looking for at the time, whatever calls are going on,
that's
you know,
true.
what's going on in the city. It could have been something where, you know, we had there's any number of things. Officer gets a report of a reckless driver, you know, in an area. So he'll go to that area, pull over, turn his lights off, see if he sees that vehicle, you know, drive past him or something.
Oh, okay.
You know, that we have a lot of, you know, mail thefts and vehicle thefts that go on in the evenings. Those happen. Those don't happen in our business areas. Those happen in our residential areas, right?
Really? Yeah.
So officers will go to those residential areas where we know we have vehicle thefts or mail thefts and whatnot. They'll sit in a neighborhood with their lights off to see if we see somebody walking around trying door handles, pulling down mailbox doors and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So those are all common patrol tactics that we use to try to prevent crime, or, you know, go out there and at least try to find the people that are committing the crimes.
Okay.
So, you know, that I don't know. You know, it sounds like you maybe have had some unfortunate contacts with law enforcement in the past. I apologize for those. It doesn't sound like this was one of those occasions. Maybe just kind of obviously.
No, I'm curious.
A heightened awareness of it.
Yes.
But it sounds.
Yeah,
to me
because
like
my
the
son
officer didn't that from what you're explaining, I don't see anything that the officer did wrong in this situation.
Okay.
Maybe just an understanding of what was happening and what was going on.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I want to I want to,
absolutely.
you know, see what's going on. Like you said, I don't know how you guys
Yeah.
operate, and people are getting more and more like, you know, these guys online, like Phoenix. What's his name? Anyway, him and his son Junior. It's Phoenix River. I always get it wrong when I'm trying to tell somebody. But anyways,
That's okay.
it's
What
just
do
about
they do?
like so that we know our rights, that we have First Amendment rights, and that we
For sure.
are free to speak and
Absolutely.
whatsoever. You know,
Absolutely.
I'm 60.
No one is more in support of First Amendment rights than law enforcement.
Yeah,
you know?
that's great.
We don't.
I think
we're not here to try to stop that, but we are here to try to preserve the rights for everyone, not just a select group of individuals.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So sometimes that contradicts each other, right? Sometimes we have to when we're trying to protect someone's right to privacy because of the call and we're interacting with them, and somebody else wants to come up and assert their right to be there as well.
Yeah,
now we're in a position where we're trying to protect this person's right to anonymity, and now we have somebody that's coming up and wanting to, you know, shove a camera in somebody's face.
Yep.
And
it doesn't
matter to us. I have no problem being filmed.
No,
I
you
have no
don't.
issues
You've been
with
very
that.
kind about it, patient.
And
It's hard for me to even do it. I feel like
I don't.
you know.
And you're being recorded as well. We record everything. We're going to.
I see the camera up there and there. That's what they're.
Cameras, and we record all of our contacts. It's just all.
Which is great. I think it's
recorded contact, and it's all stored.
It never
So
used to be
there's
like
never
that.
anything-
Yeah.
We've never had any issues with cameras.
It's good. Transparency is good. I mean, these guys, you know, they're. It's not easy what they're doing. It's like they're not doing it for fun. They're doing it because you know, I mean, I've lived in fear of the police because I was arrested.
Well, that's unfortunate.
And extradited from Mexico with my son. It's a long story, anyways.
Extradited from Mexico?
Yeah.
So you were in Mexico when you were arrested by the police? So
I was extradited by the FBI because I took my son out of the country because his dad was abusing him. And I paid the price. But that's a move I shouldn't have made.
So you were extradited back to the U.S.?
Yes, to LAX.
I see.
And that was my choice, my move. I was younger.
I understand too. I mean, that's the FBI.
And I lost
that's the
my
federal
child.
government. That's
Yeah.
not a local police department.
Yeah,
That's two
it's-
different. That's two completely different things.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it's just two different things.
But it's like since then I've been afraid. Like they kicked me and pulled my hair and did things in the airport in front of everyone, and I've been afraid. But now lately I've been like,
can I
hey,
ask you something? How long ago did that happen?
oh, in 91,
Okay.
probably.
So do you think it's something that because you have, if we experience a bad contact with a group of individuals, should we base the rest of our viewpoint on that one contact?
No, and I don't do that either.
You just said you've been afraid of law enforcement ever since then.
Just not asking questions or approaching or
But like I said, that's what
just
I'm saying.
following
Like,
orders instead of saying, hey, do I have to
take
do
that
this?
view, right? If I had a bad encounter with an individual, and then I based everything I did for the rest of my career based on that one bad encounter because of that person's whatever, right?
Yeah,
Because
you
of that person's social, economic, whatever it might be, right? If I were to base every other contact I had with a similar individual, then that's kind of the problem that we're in, right?
Well, yeah,
so
that
we
wouldn't
ask
be
of the public is don't
be a good trait of a police officer.
Don't paint a broad brush, right? So it's not really fair to judge every single officer because back in 1991 you had a bad contact.
No,
with somebody,
I absolutely do not. I never have.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
You have outgoing mail. I just want to make sure I get it. Is there anybody else in there?
No one else in there. I can grab it for you here. Do you mind if I grab the mail real quick?
No, I don't mind.
Okay.
Do you want to?
If you have more questions, I'm happy to talk to you here a little bit further if you want.
All right, I'll wait here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sorry about that.
No worries.
I don't even know if I had the camera on because I'm so close. This guy, the mailman over here, needs some assistance. I think I have the phone upside down. You know. I don't know how you guys do it. Look at all these cars going by. Let me see if I have any other questions for this guy. Do I? Somebody help me. Got his card here. Have a good one.
You mind if I stand up here in the shade?
I have this upside down.
Oh, it's okay. You mind if I stand in the shade?
No,
over
I
here
don't
with
mind
you?
at all. I was like, oh, we're out in the sun. Poor guy.
Right.
It is. My head's sweating. No, but
anyways,
I don't.
that's
I've
what
always
I'm saying,
taken him
like-
individually because my uncle was a detective at the Rampart Division in LA his whole life. But he's very humble, morally, the way I was raised. It's like he's humble, he's like, you're the boss, I work for you, you're right, These guys, when I first started watching them, I was like, wow, these guys are rough. These cops are trying to do their job, and isn't that a little, I mean, I wouldn't do that. If somebody came up to me, I'd say, hey, I have a right not to show you my ID unless, whatever, this stuff. Unless I committed a crime or whatever. But when I started watching it, I realized what they taught me was that if an officer can handle the situation involving, which they should be able to do, then that's a good officer. Because under pressure, you're like, okay, dude, just stand over there, it's public, go ahead, but I got to take care of this, I'll be with you. And they're like, what's your badge number, what's your name? And they tell them, and then they go right. And you can see the ones that can handle all that, And it's like, wow, that guy's really...
But again, right? We can't judge it. We can't judge everybody on the actions of one.
No.
Right?
And it's an age thing, wisdom.
And just because, officers aren't superhuman and we're not perfect.
No.
And we're going to make mistakes, and we try to learn from mistakes, and we try to move forward, and we're not infallible, or as anybody.
Cool. That's cool too, to be open-minded. Yeah, but you're older and wiser. You're probably are you a sergeant or a...
Yes.
You are? Yeah, so I mean, you're probably teaching the younger guys, which is good, because But
if you feel you want to move forward with the complaint, obviously you're more than welcome to. That's your choice. You can fill out that form and drop it back here to the police department if you want. If you have the ability, you can email it to me. However you want to. If I've explained the situation and you feel that there's not a reason to move forward, then you feel free to hold on to the form. And
I appreciate that. I'll email you.
I hope and will do my best that you don't ever have an issue to need it, but
Yeah.
You know, if it
No, I
is,
haven't.
we would rather you come forward, share that information with us so that we can hold people accountable too.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what these guys have given me, the courage to be able to do
Good.
this. Because otherwise, I would have never even been here right now. I would have never. Yeah, but I want to know for the younger people. I'm a grandma now, so I got to be, you know.
What do you want to know?
I want to know that the younger generation and the people that are coming into the world after me are safe because of your service, and not less safe.
I hope that's the case. I hope that we are still able to do this. I hope that that we're in a position where law enforcement is still able to protect the majority, protect the people that need to be protected, and it doesn't get to a point where our ability to do that has been hindered so much because of the actions of a few.
Yeah, I think it's important to have like a higher power that's with you in times like that. Like it's just like if they have a faith or a higher power or spiritual, something that tells them this is the guideline, this is humanity, this is what human rights are. These people are people. They might be homeless, they might be this or that, or not exactly perfect like me, but they have hearts and souls, and they've been through a lot of hardship. Maybe, we should not kick them while they're down.
It's all about a mutual respect. That's all we ever ask for.
Yeah.
Just a mutual respect.
I agree.
So.
I totally agree. I appreciate your time, and
You're welcome.
I'll email you the video that I have.
I'm happy to take a look at the video.
And if you think after that maybe, if not, then...
I'd be happy to do that. You email me the video, I'll take a look at it. If I feel that there's something that was out of line, I'll pull the officer aside, I'll have a conversation with him. A lot of times it's just, they, especially with younger officers, they have a goal and they're out trying to do one thing, and they sometimes don't see an unintended consequence of that, and it's just a matter of bringing it to the attention. Hey, there was an unintended consequence here. Sometimes that's unavoidable. Sometimes those things we can't do anything to avoid those things.
Yeah, they're in the middle of it.
It is what it is, and there's 1,000 viewpoints on everything, and everybody has the view from where they are and their background, and hopefully we have conversation and have maybe an understanding of now that maybe there was a reason why the officer had pulled over in front of you, had turned his lights off, was in a residential neighborhood, and through our conversation maybe we realize that aspect of it. So that's all we hope to do.
Because I'm always very supportive of you. I think
I appreciate that.
I respect what you do, and it's not easy out there, and I wouldn't be good at it because I'd be like, you shut up. No, I wouldn't. At my age now, but at these younger guys' ages, when I was that age, I was like, I had a whole different attitude.
Yeah, no, I get it. And it's
a bunch of bluff and bluster, really.
It's unfortunate.
Here comes one of your... Oh, he's turning now.
That's the sheriff's department down there.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Oh.
All right, well, if there's nothing else, I've got a couple other things I need to get
Thank
to.
you.
So.
No, I appreciate it.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. All right,
a lot of people will see this, and they'll appreciate your time, and thank you so much.
All right, have a wonderful day.
You too.
Bye.
Take care. Very nice guy right there. Thumbs up. Thanks again.
You're welcome. Take care.
You too. Alrighty. There you got it.